Found videos of my 23M girlfriend, 21F, of 3 years having sex with her guy best friend. Not really sure where to start. My girlfriend and I met at a fast food restaurant back before COVID happened. When COVID happened, we both spent the entirety of 2020 at home together, which allowed us to bond at a much faster rate than most, I guess. We were together 24/7 and we both loved it. Never got sick of each other. She was my first love and we both made it known early on to commit to each other and never go through each other's phones. We talked about our future plans and our sex life and what we liked. We told each other everything. She went as far as to tell me how many people she had slept with in the past. And I witnessed her cut contact with any people in her past which tried to hit her up. She told me about this one guy friend and how they had slept together one time, but it was only a one-time thing. Okay, cool, but I made it known I didn't really feel comfortable with her keeping in contact with him. And she said she didn't want to if it was making me uncomfortable. So she started ignoring him. I even witnessed him hitting her up and her telling him to stop talking to her. Fast forward through an insane amount of good memories made. Music listened to together. Trips taken together. Thousands of pictures between the two of us. Lots and lots of heartfelt gifts from her to me, such as DIY boxes you see on TikTok of pictures. And candy and stuff like that. She even spent hours coloring a picture and wrote a long message on the back about how she felt about me, and when she gave it to me told me how each of the colors had a meaning. I cried tears of joy because the fact she put in so much work and thought into my gifts. It's hitting me hard because I never really went as far or as thoughtful as she did when it came to gifts. We never really fought at all. Of course, the occasional argument here and there, and some were worse than others, but I just knew she was going to be the one I married. We told each other countless times how we wanted to get married one day and grow old together and take care of each other until the end of our days. She seemed so genuinely happy, and I actually was genuinely happy. She was my everything. We were both super clingy, so the fact we could just lay there together and be content was perfect. I never caught her lying to me throughout the whole relationship. Ever. So the other night I go over to her place and she lies about something small that I knew she was lying about. I committed to the argument because I knew she was lying, and then I started to wonder, if she lied about something small, then what else is she lying about? I immediately asked to see her phone. And when I loaded up Snapchat, I saw where a month ago she had received a message from the guy best friend. I asked, "You still talk to him?" She said, Not really, he always texts me but I ignore him." I clicked on the profile and scrolled down to the saved pictures and I was frozen. Pictures of her face in the previews of saved. I viewed all saved and there it was. Recent nudes and sexy pictures from her to him. My body felt like a wave of vibrations covered me from head to toe. I was in complete shock. I couldn't believe it. I asked, "What are all these?" She said, "I'm so sorry babe, I was drunk, I didn't mean to." I scrolled some more and found a recent video of him plowing her from the back and her just laying there in the bed after it was finished. I was traumatized. I didn't know what to say or do. I stayed calm throughout the whole thing, I guess because of the shock, but she was bawling the whole time, saying she didn't mean to and she was drunk and this and that. She said she thought she was just going over there to smoke, but he started coming onto her and it just happened. I asked why she would even put herself in that situation to begin with and why she didn't stop it when or before it was starting. I also kept asking why she kept in contact with him this whole time, and she just said because she thought he was a good friend to talk to whenever I wasn't around, which was rare since we were together so much. I didn't care anymore. We were done. I stayed for a while just trying to figure out why she would do this. And she never tried to blame it on me. She said it was her own fault and that she ruined everything and that she feels like a terrible human being. Fast forward a couple days and the anxiety is starting to hit me extremely hard. All throughout the day, just constant anxiety. I have went through and hid all pictures of us. I put away the gifts she gave me. I deleted so many songs that I'll probably never be able to listen to again because it triggers my anxiety. I have never had anxiety prior to this. I loved this girl with everything I had and she betrayed me through all of our happy and sad times. I have called her a couple times over the past couple of days just to try and get more clarity, and now she says it multiple small things that added up to her doing it, such as me not hyping her up as much as I used to. I still want to call her and just hear her voice and IDKY. I feel empty and sad with no motivation to do anything. Not my business, my job, my YouTube channel, none of it. I don't know what to do because I loved her so much, but the fact she chose to keep in contact with him and even go as far as to have sex with him destroyed me. Yeah man, don't listen to her. She's just lying to save face. She cheated on you and you should dump her and move on. I get that you love this girl bro, but walk away. Staying friends with an ex or someone you've slept with is not necessarily a problem. Her not being completely honest about what their situation was before is a problem. Save yourself a lot of drama and just walk away. Whoa, I just realized she actually cheated on you. Bro, block and delete that girl immediately. You are young, it's gonna hurt for a while, but you will be okay. I am not mind reader, but there's a possibility all the thoughtful gifts. The perfect relationship is her trying to mask the guilt. PPL tend to act nicer to their partner when they did something bad to compensate. I got 2 of my male ex-colleagues who slept with female colleagues at work. In social media they portray themselves as good husbands and shower their wives with compliments and expensive gifts. Go out, meet PPL. Even date new PPL. For me personally, rebound helped to shift my focus to someone else. But be honest, you just broke up, so they can make wise decision about you. Get STI tested. Full on no contact. Join a gym. Look at self-improvement. Immerse yourself in hobbies. Pick up the pieces and move on. There's no other path. This is the way. Go no contact. She cheated and lied. Nothing left to salvage in the relationship. We all know where she belongs. An accident that she filmed? I guarantee you that it didn't happen just once, and possibly not only with that guy. Never talk to her again. You'll move on. Trust me. Good on you for taking out the trash. It's going to hurt for a while because you're mourning the passing of what you thought your relationship was going to be. It'll get better and eventually you'll realize that you're incredibly fortunate to find out about all of this before you were biologically, financially, or legally linked. Don't contact her anymore. Work on your mental health. Hit the gym. When healed, find a fine girl that loves and respects you. She's a trash human and she knows it. Breakups hurt, but the person you fell in love with never truly existed. You will look back on this when you are with a good woman as such a bullet dodged. Being betrayed is so painful, but better find out now when you are young than wasting more years of your life on her. As far as your anxiety is concerned, talk to a doctor. Don't try to do this alone. As men, we have a tendency to isolate and bottle things up when we need to be doing the opposite. Wish you the best. Amazing people read this and can't immediately spot how fake it is. This is a fantasy and op is beating it to the replies. It takes time, but you'll be okay. You probably don't believe that right now, but it's true. Your whole life is ahead of you and it's going to be awesome. Time is the only thing, man. There's no point in even trying to make sense of it. Very sorry. I am sorry this happened to you. Being cheated on, betrayed and lied to is truly devastating. It's also shattering to learn that the person you love isn't who you thought they were. It will take time to process and grieve. Be kind to yourself and try to refocus your energy on other things. Like hobbies, working out, seeing friends or family or whatever you enjoy. Block her on everything. It's critical that you go no contact. If you talk to her, she'll just try to justify her actions. Blame you since she isn't taking any responsibility. I was drunk is a pathetic excuse. And manipulate you into taking her back. All of which will only add to your pain. When you feel the urge to call her, splash cold water on your face. Hold an ice cube. Listen to loud music. Watch a show. Literally anything to distract and refocus your attention elsewhere. I know it doesn't feel like it now. But I promise that time will heal you. And someday you'll look back at this and be so grateful you dodged a bullet. After the countless articles, study about cheating and some experiences. Here's some genuine advice. Although it happened to you, and she cheated on you, it wasn't about you. That's to say you did nothing wrong. Cheaters always want something. Liars just the same. Your job or part in your relationship was be there for her. And you know what? You did it. Regardless of whatever her finger pointing was, hyping you up. You honored trust until she broke it. She did what she was gonna do and she dishonored everything. It was her responsibility to communicate with you. Talking is so incredibly easy. Healthy people communicate, so you must acknowledge that you committed to someone that as much as they showered you with love was overcompensating for their flaws as a person. Their inability to be faithful and talk to you about what bothered them. Which means that they just build up a facade. So the person you knew was never who you knew. So take the lesson. Don't beat yourself up. And even kind people do incredibly stupid things all the time. I am no different. Neither is anyone I've known. Dude, leave her immediately. There's no salvaging the relationship and you'll never be able to forget her getting her back blown out on video. Man, this is hard. It's for the best you broke up with her simply because she withheld something so absolutely devastating, and it wasn't a one-time thing that maybe she could have shown remorse for and done the utmost to regain your trust. She continued to send photos, and I don't know how this can be seen as accidental? Not to mention the pretty brutal video you saw. I suggest you try to go no contact with her, and if you want to throw away any souvenirs from your relationship, that's your call to make. Someday down the road, this will hurt a lot less and you'll be able to look at those souvenirs. If you keep them, with little to no pain, you may be experiencing some depression coupled with the anxiety that you have mentioned. I believe the shock of the damage that was done has resulted in some of this anxiety, but a professional would be best equipped to help you through this. Speak to a therapist or a counselor or an older person who has stable views that can counsel and comfort you. This is not an easy thing to experience. This is incredibly painful for you, and only time will really dull the pain. There's no quick fix, sadly. But I do suggest trying to redirect your mind if you find yourself ruminating and obsessing over repetitive details and what ifs, as we tend to do when things fall apart like this. Hugs to you and wishing you the very best. Believe it or not, hard exercise and a good diet are the best ways to get over cheating. It will help regulate your mood and clear your head, and problems won't seem so serious. Combo of weights and cardio are the best. Also talking about it with guy friends if you have them. Most guys can relate, and hanging out will help get your mind off of it.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.